Alrighty, Royal Palm Beach Strikers soccer board meeting, November 16th, 2021. Please, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everybody. We will get started. We have a couple of folks running behind schedule. Currently present are Secretary Corinne Corbacero, myself, President Mal Hassan, Board Member Dave Corson, and our Treasurer Amy Santiago, along with Village Liaison Brandon Pendergrass. Call to order 6:30 p.m. President's report. The fall season for our recreation program just finished last weekend. Numbers are starting to get back up to normal post-COVID. Very successful season. Everything went from, I believe, it was very smooth considering some obstacles that we ran across. Sean did a great job making sure that the uniforms came in as timely of a manner as they can possibly have gotten here with all of the shipping problems and everything else. And Sean was telling me, I guess there was an issue with the invoicing and all that stuff that's been taken care of. All right. Well, that will get taken care of. That's it. Other than that, we'll discuss later on the upcoming spring season. But Amy, the treasurer's report for the recreation program.
Okay, for recreational checking, the beginning balance was 45,141.58, ending balance 32,584.71. The savings was 10,668.83, ending 10,669.19.
Take a motion to accept the balance ending October 31st, 2021. Checking account balance ending $32,584.71. Savings balance at $10,669.19.
I'll second that.
Alrighty, any opposed? All right, the treasurer's report for the recreation program will be accepted or approved and accepted. DOC report, other than what I had spoken about initially regarding the fall season, there's nothing else to discuss. The registrar and referee report, I'm not sure if our registrar and referee assigner, Shinoy Rajaraj, is going to be here or not. So we'll move forward with any open comments from membership regarding the recreation program. I mean, this guy just doesn't go away. This guy.
Okay, the one thing I didn't want to talk about is, do you want to talk about next season for the uniforms?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. I brought this up last month. Sorry about that. I brought this up last month, and I think we should order the uniforms like December 1st.
That's actually new business. That's the only new business item. We can go ahead and talk about it now.
And I'll just copy over, if it's okay with you guys, what we had this past season. We'll just have to live with the number. We're going to limit it to 400 and whatever kids. Like I think it was 486 or something.
I'd say go 450. Because like I said, now
Okay.
we're on the upswing now.
You have to give me a better idea of numbers because number of teams, that's the big deal.
All right.
Because I got to order how many U6 teams, U8, and on. Like this past season, we had 6 teams in U12, U8, and U6, and all the other divisions were 4 teams, and there was the boys and girls in U10. So we'll have to. Well, I think we need to talk about that. And the other thing I was going to do is like, everybody's going to get black shorts this season, like we used to do years ago. And that way, if somebody needs a youth small, and I got a youth medium jersey, well, pull a pair of short, small out of the box. We have a lot in the box of shorts, with a bunch of them left over, and I'll leave an order extra for that.
I think they'll cut back on having to reorder shorts or something that don't fit or whatever the case might be. That
But
might be-
there's boxes of them in the back room. in
No,
our
I'm
store.
saying that'll eliminate that with just having the blacks.
Yeah, just go. Yeah, right. Instead of needing a pair of red shorts that are even small.
All right.
Okay. Oh, and the other thing is, from the last season, you said it went really smoothly. Smoothly. You know, this is the first time that I can remember that we didn't have to reschedule one game.
That's wow. I didn't think of that. Vanessa Donadio has entered the building. Hello.
Can I get a whoop whoop?
Okay. That's it for the uniforms.
All righty. And then scheduling, that's going to be an issue. I mean, we're going to have to all kind of sit down and learn how to do that on the new platform.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah, because that's and even the creation of the teams and the assigning. I mean, I don't know how this is going to be done.
Well, I think if we can dummy up a league. I think that's the first thing we need to do is just make a fake league, and then just practice. You know what I'm saying? That's,
All right, well, we'll have to sit down with Shinoy, I guess. Vanessa, you have no idea with regards to starting from scratch with the a program and creation of teams and team assignments.
Program.
Yeah, see, what I was able to do, and again, I don't know if it's correct. I think I did it right because we kind of did like a trial one for the fall. I went ahead and I copied that program in a sense for the spring, and then I modified it for the spring and created the link for the registration and everything. But like I said, I didn't know what I was doing, and I wanted to make sure it was right before we made it like before we published it.
Right.
So I asked Shinoy to go ahead and check it out and see if it's good. He was having a couple of issues with some things. One of them being village versus non-village and all that because he doesn't know how to do the separate things. And I said, worst case scenario, we cut it down the middle and we just, everybody gets hit the same amount. And I don't know how else, to do that, for village residents versus non-residents.
and then we just
Yeah.
we eat the fee.
Because we're having a difficult time when people register to have them select village resident versus non-village resident, and then the prices are different because we get hit for the non.
And then that's also an honesty thing too.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people actually.
I actually asked. If there's something on there that we can put state. That's funny you said that. That states for the residency thing, just like all addresses will be verified, or just something. All addresses will be verified as to.
Well, I know when I moved into the acreage 35 years ago, I thought it was Royal Palm Beach. I mean, I got my mail. Everything I sent out was Royal Palm Beach, and it all
Yeah.
came back.
Yeah, we get that. We get
Yeah,
that.
no,
every day.
I probably lived out there like 4 or 5 years before I realized I lived in unincorporated West Palm Beach.
Is there a certain zip code that is it just 33411 or
So no, 33411's a little
It's
is
split.
Is the issue?
yeah, like
Gotcha.
it'll 33411 to go into the acreage, but
And
there's
going the other way, once you hit 441 down
Yeah.
in Okeechobee, that's also 33411, but that's West Palm.
West Palm. Yeah.
Well, the
So-
acreage is unincorporated West Palm Beach, is what we're technically called.
All right.
okay, so
So,
really only you guys can kind of verify the addresses.
yeah, the addresses. So I have an address
master sheet.
master sheet. I can send y'all just so you can have it, but pretty much if you did a straight fee, once we got the rosters at the end and did the splits, it still wouldn't matter. It'll be the same. Just we'll still try to pick out each non-resident household and go through the list that way.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
let's-
I sort it that way for you guys when I send it.
Yeah.
I sort it
Well, let's first see if Shinoy figures out
Get it.
how to be able to make the double thing. The other thing that Sean brought to my attention this weekend. Sean registers a ton of people that are just used to it, or like for our coaches' kids and all that stuff. Now with the whole advent, like a birth certificate has to be uploaded now and everything before like they can even be registered. It can't be like added, you know. So I don't.
And there's also
It's
no
gonna be
place
tough.
for vouchers either, which is
You said there is not?
not when I tried to do it. But again, I couldn't get into I got into Got Sports and couldn't find anywhere to make a voucher to use. It didn't seem to be in there, and I texted
Did you go
Shinoy.
into the little help? They have like a little help.
Well, I
thing.
texted Shinoy about it, and he said he was going to look into that one too.
All right. So I mean, we just gotta we gotta we'll figure it out. I mean, we'll eventually.
That better
figure it-
rune's good.
Yeah, it's a horrible platform. You know, whatever. It is what it is. Again, I have here the Got Sport training. Like for all of us, we need to figure out. You know, like the coaches, managers, sending them the proper stuff. I mean, I should know how to do that, and I'm not sure I do know. I might know. I think I might know, but I'm not really positive. I sent an email out today. I was telling them beforehand, letting everybody know that the rec registration thing will be up this weekend at some point. So whenever Shinoy sends it over, let's get that popped up immediately on there. So that will. So Dave, if you can put that on our homepage and also on our rec page under the corresponding thing, and I think you think like on some of the pages, it just has to be switched to spring, the word spring instead of fall. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I haven't been on there in so long. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been on there. I was so burned out from that darn thing, I stopped even looking at it. Yeah, so the coaches and managers links, the team building, the scheduling, all these things we have to get up to speed on, and we have to do it quick, because if I recall, Shinoy had said it was going to be shutting down in November or December. The old platform, I'm not sure. Even if it isn't, I'd like to know, because I don't want to go into next fall and the competitive tryouts not knowing how to do a lot of things, although Vanessa's very good with the but that's just Team Snap. That's not
He has the recreational spring 2022 in there.
yeah, because he's been playing with it and he's
Yeah.
been trying
And it
to.
shows open, it shows fall season is closed. So he's doing something with there.
Yeah, so he. Well, I closed the fall
You
season.
did.
I closed the fall season. And I'm the one that created the spring season. So, and I asked him to go in and just to, like I said, like the payment amounts and all that, and like how to pay, all that, stuff that I don't normally get involved in. Spring season, Sean, were you still looking at, what are we looking at, February 14th or February 21st? And also Brandon, does it matter?
21st would be ideal for us.
21st is ideal.
Yeah,
Is that what
that'll
we
give
discussed?
us more time.
I sent out I emailed a thing to you guys a couple weeks ago, and of course I didn't bring a copy of it with me.
All right.
All up on my phone.
And I think I put February 21st. I think me and you coordinated with this February 21st, because normally we do President's Day weekend. This is the weekend after, or the week after.
Okay, well we just need to. I mean, what I did was just a template anyway.
I got it, Sean. The first practices were, or the first game was actually for 226.
So
That's
that
what you
wouldn't
had.
be. So we have to push it down one, everything down one, I believe.
Back one.
Yeah. So
Go into March 5th instead of 226, you're saying.
Yeah.
Because if the practice starts on the 21st,
Need 2 weeks of practices
Yeah.
before the first game.
And then we'll just have to see what.
and then
Where
I'm
everything else lines
assuming
up.
you've incorporated all your breaks and everything.
He
that you
had
always
spring
do.
break, no games, which is on the 19th.
The back end or the front end?
The back end.
Okay.
And then
Easter weekend.
no
what-
games on Easter weekend.
We played on Easter weekend several years. I mean, we can do it again or not. It doesn't. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, that was a question mark. Well, if we're starting back, we're either going to have to add a Sunday or use
Yeah.
that day. So,
Well,
And actually, one of the things about-
actually, we could make this like a tradition: Good Friday, Soccer Saturday, and then Easter Sunday. I mean, so sounds good.
But we gotta look out at the end,
We fit
'cause
right
we-
into the holiday.
we want, well, in the past, more people showed up than didn't, you know what I mean, like by far.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
know that the Saturday has been an issue
That-
that weekend.
I mean, some people complain, but, you know,
Not
but I'm like, you're here, right?
Well, let's keep that in mind. Let's keep that
yeah, because you
week in
didn't
mind
count.
if we do like
And-
a tournament type of thing. or
And somebody
whatever,
needs to
and we
talk
need
to
that
Tom
weekend.
about whether they're doing the tournament in May.
All right.
He's got May 7th that weekend a possible tournament.
Right.
Okay.
I was just guessing
He's got it
because
set aside,
historically they
yeah.
like the first weekend in May. And actually it works out if you do, that's like if you end the regular season, have the tournament, and then come back for the playoffs. It kind of works out
So
really
this
good.
fits. So that would fit. The May 7th would fit with Easter Saturday being good
So look,
or being off.
You'd have
if
to
we-
look at it.
if we push back to March 5th and then we use Easter weekend, we're good
Then we're
to
good.
keep with
That's
this.
what I'm saying. All
But
right.
even even a Sunday's not bad to have a games. And the funny thing is because of everything that happened with the uniforms, we pushed back our pitcher day to a
Right.
Sunday afternoon. And Payne loved it. He said, the lighting was great. It was, everybody actually showed up because we were at noon. So like those 7 or 8:30 pitchers.
Yeah.
So he really liked the Sunday for that. So
Wasn't as chaotic. People having to rush back there, then rush to the game, and it was.
So that's something to think about too. But I mean, and everybody's used to playing on Sundays now anyway. I mean, that was a big thing, 15, 20 years ago when we tried doing some Sunday games. Some of the coaches were having coronaries. Now we don't even ask. We just do what we want to do. So,
All right.
okay.
All right.
So we can do the schedule any way you guys want. So,
All right. So again, the biggest thing to take out of this right now is getting the link up and going so people can start registering.
There is
Um,
a spot where you can do a voucher for the program.
Yeah, Sean was saying he spoke to Shanoy about that.
Yeah, so
There is a spot.
I have the instructions. I can send
Oh,
it
all
to
right, Sean, you hear that?
you. Sean, yes, I'll send it to you.
Perfect.
Although you want to kind of get away from doing that because we were the last day of games. We were scrambling trying to get people to pay.
No, but the vouchers are used for the coaches.
Well, but also for people he registers.
All righty. All righty.
Well, but honestly, they know they gotta
I
pay.
mean, but they know they have to pay eventually. How many people are we looking at? All right, how many are we looking at, roughly?
I think there's only one you had to follow up on now. But yeah, I mean, there was somebody with 2 kids I had to get
All
that
right,
last day, and I went over with my phone with my little square reader, like, hey, can you pay?
all righty.
And they did.
All righty, if there's nothing else, we can adjourn the recreation portion of the board meeting at 6:47 p.m. and call to order the competitive portion of the program. We're just gonna go straight to the treasurer's report, Amy.
Alrighty then. Okay, so the stipend account, I'm gonna go backwards this time. Stipend account started at 8,600, ended with 7,200. Competitive savings started with 10,027.06, ended with 10,027.40. The checking account started at 138,433.24, ended with 140,253.26. Now, I talked with Sean the other day about competitive paying back rec for last season. We haven't done it for 2 seasons now, or 2 years now, actually. So I think we can do that, and then we're going to be moving money to cover stipends that are going out this month. So
Our club advisor will be sitting with you to help. He's gonna have a title regardless. All right.
I'd make a motion to accept the treasurer's balances from October 31st, 2021 for competitive checking account balance ending $140,253.26, savings account balance ending $10,027.40, and the stipend account ending at $7,200.
I'll second that.
No opposition? All right, we'll accept and approve the treasurer's report for the competitive program for the month ending October 31st, 2021. Again, the referee report and the registrar report, we're going to have to bypass that. League reports, the Palm Beach Soccer League. Early season is just finishing up, and the playoffs will be beginning this weekend. The South Florida spring season is, I believe, it's ending. I believe it might be over this weekend, next weekend, or a couple of weekends. Yeah, but yeah, a couple of weeks. Nonetheless, I don't believe there are any playoffs for the spring season, anyways. And that's it. Any open comments from membership regarding the competitive program? Okay. Yeah, with the combining thing or
South
whatever.
Florida League.
But I'm not going to play that game
Yeah.
because they were kind of like forcing people to play
play
their
again.
season.
Right, to
not
do
play
it.
in the playoffs, and that's not.
But the end of the
I'm
season,
not-
the season ends on December 31st for South Florida League.
for the the spring season. All right, unfinished business. It's the same things. So, and I don't think this is really even an issue with regards to the way Vanessa and Amy have been doing the things with people being passed through with payments. It seems virtually impossible. Well, not impossible, but highly unlikely that we have stragglers nowadays.
I have a couple that I am on the hunt.
Already.
And I
What?
did send out today a bunch of invoices that were past due.
I was gonna ask
They-
too, when you have these late registrations, it's like we're still giving them the however many months to pay. So now I got people who are gonna be paying into April.
Right.
I don't know if there's anybody into May yet, but that's kind of getting close to, hey,
There's
what
one
happens
into
if it,
May that just happened now, but it's a minimal amount
Okay.
for that May payment.
Okay.
It's not the full. I'm trying to, if we are helping them out in any way, to do it from the back end.
And what I'm thinking is because the ones that start up in January, technically that's only 3 months are needed. So that should be completed
Right.
by March, January, February, March, 2 up, and that should wipe that out.
Right. But there's the ones that started like last month
Yeah,
and stuff that
okay.
are.
All right, that's it. Gotcha. All righty. And remind me after to talk to you about one that we're gonna start up for that. Again, got sport issues, so we're struggling along with that. New business. We've already kind of discussed in emails and that, just the field lining and the layout for the playoffs, the light requirements, bathrooms, and again, so everybody knows, the lights for Field 3, I understand a couple are out, and Brandon's already submitted a work order for that, so that's, we're at their mercy on that. Everything has been done that has needed to be done, so we should be good on that.
Yeah.
One of, I can't believe I didn't put this on here, but I'm gonna, I guess, add this onto the agenda. Had an incident at the field this past weekend. Why does it feel like 2 incidents? No, that was a couple of weekends ago. Well, a couple of weekends ago, we had some competitive parents on one of our teams that were very vocal, and I sent a club thing out with a parent meeting with the team and addressed the issue, and everything was taken care of, and following the code of conduct that's required by all of our members, they were asked to leave the program. That went without any problems or no issues, from what that I'm aware of, unless they're going after somebody else. I don't see why they would be doing that. This past weekend, while I was watching one of the competitive games, I received a phone call from one of the referees on another game stating that they were having issues with an opposing team's parents, that they were asked to leave the field, and they did not comply with the request. So I had walked over, and as I was walking over, the male gentleman was walking towards me, and he was still jawing back and forth with the referee. And I, explained to him that, I was called because, to let him know that he had to leave. And he continued to jaw. And while I was walking up towards Sean Shack, the concession stand, another guy approached us from behind, and it became 2 against 1. Yeah, and it resumed, and it continued to the concession stand, to the point where I didn't want to deal with it any longer. I called the police. When I called the police, the second guy got in his car and left, apparently, or something. So for whatever reason, the other one calmed down. He calmed down. He apologized. He admitted and took responsibility of his actions. And everything was over with. And then I guess the game ended. And the one that left, all of a sudden, he was like on the field. and so I went to let him, like I'm not sure what part of everything you didn't understand. And he was saying, what do you think? I'm going to leave my kid? I'm here to get my kid. And I explained, well, you could have did that while you're sitting in the car. So I escorted him to and again, blah, blah, blah. And the police finally arrived. And when the police arrived, they both pulled out, left without incident. I submitted the report to Brandon. I also happened to catch Lou at the field, and I had a hard copy, so I also gave him one afterwards, since he was there when the incident happened also, so he saw everything anyway. So, but that's it. Goals. Are we so we have enough goals for the weekend then, from just your being aware? Oh, all right, because there's one all the way by field 1. I believe that's broke. But the one that's on the one way, that's a damaged one, correct? Yeah, that's garbage. All right. That's where it came from, and I remember now that you were walking it over. Okay, I do remember that now. All right. Yeah, really. That's why you're looking so good.
Fit. No, we have fields 1 and 2 have the goals. They're already there. 3 and 4 have goals that are already there. On would be the south side of field 3, there are 2 7x21 goals that are locked up to the fence, and they've got netting on them so they can be used.
Okay,
So
we're
you're
good.
good.
We're
You're good.
good on everything. All right, perfect. And again, thank you, Sean, for despite being the club advisor, for also overlooking things whenever you're in the area. I appreciate that. If anybody has anything else, this would be the time to do it prior to us adjourning the meeting.
Anything on our nets behind the goals?
Nothing.
Crickets.
He thought he was getting out of here quietly.
That's not the right answer, Brandon.
Are we
I can only give you what I have.
Oh yeah. Also, one last thing. While we were moving goals and trying to some damaged goals, one of the coaches was helping us, and he had implied to me and Sean that they might be able to help out, sponsor or fundraising type of way. Donation is what he said. Actually, a donation type of way from his foundation. And I would definitely like to follow up on that, and I would also, and Sean and I discussed, it would probably be, if that were the case, if we were to be outfitted with goals, I would suggest, like, for the next 2 seasons, 2 rec seasons, the company name on all the rec jerseys. I mean, and I think that's not even close to what, whatever it is, and I think he'd like that also. Website, banner, I mean, we take care of everything for him. I mean, which
Do
would
we
be,
have any requests for what they're gonna help give?
well,
Because we want the netting behind the goals is what we want.
well,
Also,
Oh, also, my bad.
what I'd like, if there's a way to have the company logo silhouetted on that net.
we could probably vinyl letter the back of the crossbar.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, what I was, talking to Sean about, if there was a way to get a new set of goals for, each of our rec fields, that would be great. And by each of our rec fields, I'm talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just in like a case for this weekend also, how we need the additional net for 3 and 4, so maybe a 2 for 3 and 2 for 4, like that.
Getting the ones with the wheels already on there, right?
Wheels on them, absolutely. That's like that's a must now.
I have that model number 2.
Do you? What brand? What model?
Quick Goal.
Quick Goal. Okay, and that's what Sean says he uses, right? All right.
They were the ones at the Gardens tournament.
Yeah, I know they're up there. Isn't that what you've been using or no?
The fold a goal or
Fold a goal is what you use.
So for the big ones with the wheels, it was Quick Goal.
Do you know, does Fold a Goal have the ones with the wheels on them or no? Yeah, Quick Goal is top of line, I think. I wonder if they last longer. I mean, do you get what you pay for with them, or are they just really expensive? Our advisor is coming up to the podium.
Do they come
Well, Sean's testing has proved that Quick Goal.
Okay, I
they
went through
come with
this
the sandbags
about
built
10
in?
years ago with the Quick Goals, and we were looking at them. And Quick Goals, and this is 10 years ago, they were like 50% more. And then when the soccer store, I can't think of his name, Matt, he was going, oh, they have a lifetime guarantee. They have a lifetime guarantee. They're worth the money. And so I looked, well, whose lifetime? Mine? My daughter? Whose lifetime? And so I looked it up, and I looked on their website, and the lifetime guarantee means how long they think the goal should last, which, by the way, is 8 years. Okay? The goals we got out there now are 10 years old, the one that just broke. Shinoy was president when we put those goals together. Remember that?
Yep.
And Shinoy, we found out Shinoy had no idea how to use a tool.
Yes. Yeah.
But he said if you wanted anybody, no, I can't say it. If you want anybody arrested, he was your man. That's what he said.
This is what
But,
you get when you don't
so
show
those
up to
goals
the
are
meeting.
10 years old. So and actually, they really need to take a good look since the one broke. I mean, if the one rusted out, the rest are probably on the way.
Yeah, they're all on their last leg.
I think U12 goals, the newest one now. That one's probably 7 years old, but it's been a while.
But like I said, if we're able to, and if you can maybe just put together the dimensions for me, Sean, if
By
you can
24.
but just put one set, just so like we can just say, hey, this is what we're looking at, and then
Okay. I'll go
maybe
through and look around.
then Vanessa can provide the model numbers or something
Well, it's
like
quick
that.
goals, so it won't be hard to go to their website and look it up.
And then we can do that. And if he does it, awesome. If he doesn't do it, it's not. We still appreciate him regardless.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Corinne saying have attached sandbags to the goal. Do they have wheel ones?
Oh, like the stakes are attached, so
I know
you
what you're
just
talking about the bar. Yeah, it looks like I know what you're talking.
Are we okay with sandbags for the tournament?
yeah. There's
There's
Unless
enough-
somebody stole them again.
I don't know if there's
As long
like
as they're not-
something going on where like,
Sean has
like I
some
know
minutes
there's
to
like a lot of shortages in the country, but like our people are hard up for sandbags.
Must-
Because it seems like we have them, then we show up the next weekend and they're all
they're
gone.
gone. That's
Yeah, and it's and it's weird. It's not like they're deteriorating. I mean, like the netting is gone. The bag, like itself, isn't.
they're
like,
just taking
gone.
them.
Like we don't know where they are.
I think there's going to be a flood soon, and somebody's getting ready.
This is something that maybe you guys might be able to help out with. The bench situation, like the benches that the kids sit on.
Yeah.
Those are like they're like a lot of them are like broken.
The blue ones, right?
The big
Yeah.
blue ones.
They're bent. Carlos looked at it. He's like, "Oh, I can fix this if I have time."
I don't know, that,
Yeah,
but
it's
like,
like
it bounces and
Yeah,
It's
because they're
twisted,
angled
yeah.
instead of straight, the legs on
Mhm.
them. Because probably people trying to move it by themselves, maybe, and then they drag, and then they get messed up.
Okay.
I was gonna say you did it, didn't you?
but,
No, I'll have the guys. We'll have them pull them out and take a look at them and get them right for the spring season.
all right. And with regards to closures between the seasons, how are we doing this? What two are going down first?
So, Zone B, Zone B needs to go down first because what's gonna happen? We're gonna get in and try to do some maintenance to level out the bumps.
All right.
So that's gonna be first. So let me know what the other.
Well,
That's
we can do B and D at the same time.
B and D. Okay.
At the same time, and then when we open B and D, yeah, because then we can actually put C in D when we have to shut down A and C,
Okay.
because we can use B for A and we can use D for C. So, but it'll be, with your help with the lining for at least Zone D.
For D.
Basically, what we're putting in for the playoffs is what we would need in between the two rec seasons.
Okay. So we'll once we lay it down, we'll have them keep
It'll be, keep it fresh.
Keep it, okay.
In Zone D.
Yeah. So that'll work, and then we'll be able to get 6 weeks each, and that'll take us right up until
We start back
Until you
up.
start,
That's,
yeah.
That's perfect. All right. Excellent. Well, with that being said, and he's so cute out there. All right. Oh, I have to go on there, Dave or somebody will figure that out. Would somebody like to adjourn the meeting, or competitive program will be adjourned here at 7:09 p.m.
I second. Oh, I adjourn the meeting at 7:09. Motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:10 p.m.
I'll second that at 7-Eleven.
All right, meeting adjourned.